Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. And before I get this video started, I just wanted to apologize. It's been a while since I made a video. Gotten a lot of Blu-rays since then, but right now I just feel like I'd go over my Scream Factory collection and talk about a couple Arrow releases that I have. Um, I really got into these Scream Factories. I've owned one of them before, and then I just started watching more, and they're really addicting. They're kind of, some of them are really cheesy horror films, and others are actually really good movies that they put out in Scream Factory. Um, and then I also have some UK Arrow release titles. So I'm just going to get this started and talk about them real quick. So here's the first one, the original Mad Max with Mel Gibson. I haven't watched this yet, but this was a real good price for a Scream Factory. Um, they still had this at Best Buy, and it dropped down to $10, which is a really good deal. You get that nice new slipcover artwork, as well as the original poster, which I'm trying to get off. It's really cool. Um, After the new Mad Max movie Fury Road came out, I loved it. Everyone else loved it. Wanted to check out the original. I hear the first one is pretty good. I hear Road Warrior's the better one, so I'll check out the first one. I'll eventually pick up Road Warrior, but this is my first Scream Factory. Not really a horror film, but I'm glad it got the Scream treatment. Next up is Motel Hell, another one I just haven't watched yet. This one looks like good cheese, which is why I bought it. It looks really corny and silly. I'm trying to get this poster off. It's really cool. Basically, it's about this brother and sister who open up a motel, and they have this beef jerky that everyone loves, and the secret ingredient happens to be human meat. So it's a real cheesy horror film, which I want to watch. It looks kind of creepy, but at the same time, really cheesy. I got Psycho 3. Um, I love Psycho. It's one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion. It's everyone thinks it's the best Hitchcock movie ever made. Um, it's in my top 10 somewhere, honestly. I really love the first Psycho, and Psycho 2 is not a bad sequel. It doesn't compare to the original, but I think it's a really good time. And so Psycho 3 I've never seen, but it's Scream Factory. I'm collecting it. Speaking of Psycho 2, I have the Scream Factory version. The artwork on these is the same, which is why I'm not showing you. They have interior artwork, but I love Psycho 2. I think it's more of a horror sequel than it is, because the first Psycho, it's kind of a mystery, and plus it was made by Hitchcock, so it's more than just a horror film. It's more of a thriller to me, and most people agree. Um, but the sequels, they're more just horror movies. There's not really an element of surprise to them. They're just horror films. I also got my first double pack here, Destroyer and Edge of Insanity. Just, another one I haven't popped in. Uh, these look like really cheesy movies that I'm going to watch one night. And then speaking of cheesy, I got Ghost Town, which is not a collector's edition of Scream Factory. It's just a single release. But this was made in the 80s, and this looks ultimately really corny. You got these ghost zombie looking characters. I know very little about this other than like a sheriff gets trapped in this town which happens to live in the past. It's filled with all these zombie ghosts, and it's some sort of a corny horror movie. Um, so I'm gonna check that out one night. Next up, we got one of my favorite movies. Not really a horror film, but it's a Scream Factory, which is Class of 1984. I love this movie. It's a really underrated movie. This is my first Scream Factory title. Um, I was so happy to hear that this got a Blu-ray release. Really nice, lots of features, which is why you like Scream Factory. They got tons of special features. Love the artwork on this, and the original artwork is really cool too. I had it on my DVD of the film. Just if you haven't checked it out, I want to do just a review of this one day. But this is a really good movie right here. I love it. Really good movie. And Michael J. Fox makes an appearance, so it's really cool to see a young Michael Fox in it. Next up, we got another double pack, Metamorphosis and Beyond Darkness. Uh, I heard bad things about both of these, but I got the movies for a good price, and I'm collecting all of these, so I'll have to watch them. They look pretty bad, but I'm gonna give them a shot. Next up is Manhunter. Again, not really a horror movie, more of a thriller. It's a Michael Mann movie, and you know, when I heard this got the Scream treatment, I had to pick it up because it looks like a really good movie. A lot of people like it. Some people prefer, uh, you know, a few people prefer this over Silence of the Lambs, which I find surprising, but it looks good. I've heard it's way better than the remake Red Dragon. Um, Definitely can't wait to check this out. Really, really solid. Next up is another great horror film, The Fog. This is a Carpenter classic. It's not like Halloween for me because that's one of my favorite movies, but The Fog is a really solid horror film. I love the soundtrack to this movie. The score, all of John Carpenter's scores to his horror flicks, they're really good, and he makes them himself. So, you know, the Halloween theme, I love. The Fog, I love the music. They're similar, kind of, but they're really, really good soundtrack. The scores I just love in these films. So that's The Fog. I've seen it before. Next up, another one which doesn't have a slipcover, which is unfortunate. Sleepaway Camp. I saw this just 2 days ago. This is a really fun movie. It's a horror movie, but it's also kind of a comedy in a way. I don't think it's meant to be a comedy, but it's so corny and cheesy. There's so many cheesy things in this movie that it comes off as a comedy. I loved the twist ending. I thought it was creepy but cool, and I didn't. I mean, I had already known about the ending to this movie, unfortunately, but had I not watched this, I would have never guessed the twist to this movie, which is really kind of messed up but cool, and really surprised me when I first heard about it. Um, Loved the you don't really see the kill scenes, you see the aftermath of them, really. um, so it was really cool, though. I really enjoyed it. Let's Sleepaway Camp. Next up, we got The Burning, another really cool one with the slip. Thought it was pretty good. Then we got Night of the Demons. I love Night of the Demons. This just screams 80s right here. Absolutely love Night of the Demons. Really, really fun horror flick. None of these are like scary. I'd say most of these are just, you know, they're good. They're good laughs. You know, with a group of friends, they're really fun to watch. And then last up, I want to show you these two great releases by Arrow Video. I picked up The Mutilator. It's got a nice slip. If you haven't seen an Arrow, look at all those special features. Oh my goodness. I love Arrow Video. These are movies that just never got a lot of publicity, and it's so cool to see them have a Blu-ray release. It comes with the DVD and Blu-ray. And then also I got my second Arrow, Blood Rage. I love this. Is another, like, it comes off as corny. This Thanksgiving, it's not cranberry sauce. Absolutely cheesy goodness right here. I loved both of those Arrow releases. I thought they were really cheesy but entertaining, and one that I can't wait. I can't wait to check these out with a group of friends. Uh, I love these movies. They're really special to my collection, and I'm just going to continue to get some. I ordered 2 more. I ordered today, just 7 S's. It's a snake movie. And then I also ordered Day of the Dead, which I've never seen, so I can't wait to check that out. Yeah, this is just a quick update on some films I've been buying up. I've got other movies that, of course, I've got